disponible. Y si
What's up, everybody? Oh man, it is Wednesday, June 9th. And you know what? After all this time, people still, for whatever reason, have a great time of starting to call and text right in the middle of my show. So if you claim to be a friend of mine and you calling and texting me during my show every Wednesday, 7:30, I'm gonna need you to get your life together. But anywho, like I said, June 9th, y'all know what time it is. Happy hour with Hendrix. We coming up, we wrapping up the season. Got this show, and then next week will be the season finale. I said, you know what I mean, season finale. And then we wrapping up season 4, y'all. So tonight's topic, right? Let's talk about brotherly love, right? Brotherly love. Now, before we get into tonight's topic, just a reminder that viewer discretion is advised. Listener discretion is advised. This conversation is our opinion and our opinion alone, and it's for your entertainment purposes only. We prefer you be at least 21 and older, but you need to be at least 18. Now, the reason we say this is because we really don't give a fuck what you think. We don't. You like it? Cool. You love it? Wonderful. You hate it? Who gives a fuck? Not us. Because it's our opinion alone. However, we do appreciate y'all that have been following us from the jump. And tonight, before we get into the topic, since we've gotten all the legal shit out the way, we're going to go into our MTG Beauty of the Week. Now, this week is a little different because I'm recognizing a large group of women. So tonight's MTG Beauty of the Week, the Divine Nine, the sisters of the Divine Nine. Let's be very, very clear. The sisters of the Divine Nine. So with that being said, we have Alpha Kappa Alpha, which I have many, many, many lovely sisters that I know, and as many family members as well. Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Again, several lovely ladies I know, and several of them are also my family members. Zeta Phi Beta. Again, another group of lovely women doing their thing, and I have several friends and a couple of family members in there. And SG Rose. Now, the SG Rose got some family members in there too, and a couple of ladies I know. So, ladies, I want to tip my hat to you, and I'm tipping my hat to all of these organizations for one simple fact. Not saying that any one does anything better than the other. However, they all promote growth as a woman and community service. And these two things, I believe, are the backbone of our Black community. Now, they're not the only organization that does this. There's several others, but I want to give a special shout out to the ladies of the Divine Nine. So, AKAs, Deltas, Zetas, SG Rose. We love you all. Keep doing the damn thing. And all y'all sisters out there putting it down, keep doing it. And all the fresh ones that just crossed, we see y'all too. Especially my little cousin at OU. I see you, baby girl. Keep doing your damn thing. All right? So, tonight's show, brotherly love. Now, this topic was not what I originally planned to speak about tonight. However, there was something that happened, and I wanted to share it with you all because it triggered a thought, and it made me feel a certain type of way. Now, had a conversation with my cousin. I was at work, had a conversation with him, had him on speakerphone, actually, because he's a person that I can actually have on speakerphone. I was doing business hours, so I know he would keep the conversation clean. Um, so had him on speakerphone while I was doing a couple other things at work, and get off the phone, and my cousin says, "Hey, bruh, I love you." I told him, "I love you too. Take it easy. I'll talk to you later." All right, cool, bye. Now there was a person walking by, another male walking by, that happened to be black, and he just scratched his head, kind of curious. He was like, "So you just told your cousin you love him?" I was like, "Yeah, why?" He looked at me perplexed, and I couldn't understand why. It's like, I told my cousin I love him. I don't see what the problem is. So apparently, he had an issue, or he couldn't comprehend me telling my male cousin that I love him. Now, while this may not be strange to some, and it may be a strange thing to others, I'm not 100% sure. But the circle that I roll in, saying I love you is not a weird thing between men. I have homeboys from high school. Well, I actually go back to middle school, high school, and college, and even some people that I met in my professional life, in my career, and that are really close to me. And to say I love you, it's not that big of a deal. However, like I said, it triggered a thought in my head because I know myself as a person, and it's not that I'm uncomfortable saying I love you. However, I'm not going to be the one that honestly initiates it. My actions will show you that I love you, but I will usually not be the one to verbalize it. However, when somebody verbalizes it to me, I will always respond back with "I love you too." Now, this means doesn't mean that it holds any less weight, but the person I am, I'm not a great vocal communicator of my feelings. I'm more of an action person. So my actions will always show you that, hey, I care about you. However, this young brother brought it to my attention that he has never said, "I love you" to another man. Not in a romantic way, not anything of a sexual nature, but just generally speaking, say, "Hey, brother, I love you." And it got me to thinking, y'all, this could be part of the problem. Us as black men, and I'm not talking to black males because the black males are not ready for this conversation. Actually, no males are ready for this conversation. I am talking to the men, and especially the black men right now. Because if you don't know the difference, you're probably a male. And honestly, I'm not speaking to you because you're not ready for this conversation. But to all of our black men out there and all of our men out there, I want to just bring it to your attention that we have to learn how to verbally communicate our feelings. This is where we lack. Now, some of us lack this because we had no male role models in the home. So we're not used to hearing. However, when you're in an environment that exposes you to different things, because I can understand being from a single parent home where you were raised by a woman and you didn't have a male figure. However, I have some buddies that I went to college with that were raised by single parent mothers, and their mothers put them through school, and they were around other black men, young black men, who grew up from dual parent households or where their parents were heavily involved in their life. So to hear us say, "Hey, I love you, man," it wasn't a big deal. It was a hurdle they had to get over, but they actually started to see that, hey, when I tell you as a man and as my brother, "I love you," that holds a lot of weight. Because I have friends now whose kids are, damn, some of their kids are actually driving. We're not blood related at all. but I'm Uncle Reggie. Think about that. They address me as uncle because the love that I have for their father and the love their father has for me is that strong where we consider each other brothers. Not a fraternal thing, not any kind of organization, just we live a life and we were together so much. We had so many experiences together. We bonded in so many different ways that, yes, this is my brother. We do not have the same mother or father, but yes, this is my brother. And it may seem a little convoluted of where I'm going, but just bear with me. What I need everybody to understand is that us as men, we have to learn how to verbally communicate our emotions and our thoughts because this is an area where we lack. And lacking in this area is detrimental to the generations that follow us. So, for all my brothers out there, get it out your head. Whatever your hurdle is that keeps you and prevents you from telling another person that you love them, you really need to work on this. And I will be honest with you. This is something I need to work on myself because I'm not the one that initiates it. I'm never the one that initiates it. However, I am the one that will respond and I am the one that will show you with my actions that I do have love for you. And it's, again, nothing romantic or sexual nature. It's just that if you love somebody, you should have no problem expressing it and you should have no problem telling that person that you love them. And let those words not ring hollow, but follow it up with the action. We got to start doing this, brothers. The home is under attack. And I know people are thinking, oh, well, you're going to talk about this, that, and the other. No, no, no. The home in general is under attack. The bond that is built between a father and a son is very, very critical. Just like the bond between a mother and a daughter. It's critical for a father and son to bond so that that son can grow up and be a better man than his father was. I didn't understand this until I met and found out a lot of information about my grandfather, my dad's father. Honestly, I thought he passed away. I thought dude passed away and was dead and gone because I had seen pictures of him. Never seen him. I met my grandfather the first time when I believe I was 22, 23. Met him for the first time at a funeral. Trying to figure out who the hell are you walking up to me and you know everything about me. You at a funeral? Okay. Some family member, cousin, something. I don't know. I'm like, hey, who is this? Oh, that's your grandfather. My what? Oh, that's your grandfather. I'm a grown man. I'm a young grown man, but I'm a grown man. I ain't never met this dude. Like, who the hell are you? And it wasn't just me. I had a couple of cousins that didn't know who the dude was either. But at funerals, you find out a lot about your family that you didn't know. And this is the last thing we need to do. And as men, we have to understand something that planting your seed in a random woman doesn't make you a man. Taking care of your seed is what makes you a man. Because anybody can lay down with somebody and have a child. But you have to be accountable and you have to be held accountable to make sure that you're taking care of the child and the life that you produce. Not going to get real heavy because I want this to be light, but I want to tell you, brothers, that it's okay to express love. It's okay to verbalize love. It does not make you any less of a man. It does not make you any less hard or anything like that. Being able to express yourself as a man takes you to a different level of manhood. So with that being said, brothers, and I'm not talking about just black, white, Asian, I'm talking about any male. I'm talking to all of y'all now, not just the men. Any male that's out here, it's time to elevate. I ain't got a bell, sweetie. No bell. Sorry. we'll do a drum roll. How about that? So for any male that's out here, it's time to elevate. So if you're a male and you're not a man, it's time to elevate and be a man. If you're a man, hey, it's time to elevate and be a better man. Look at yourself in the mirror. So we had this conversation about being honest with yourself when I talked about dating. Let's have an honest conversation with ourselves. Not something that you have to share with everybody, but look in that mirror and ask yourself, how can I be a better man? How can I be a better man? These are the things we need to do. I'm not asking anybody out there to be perfect. None of us will ever be perfect. What I'm asking you to do is elevate and continue to elevate yourself. Know what your shortcomings are. Know what you're good at. Work on your shortcomings. And the things that you're good at, teach somebody else. Seek out help to help you with those areas that you struggle with. There's nothing wrong with having a therapist. There's nothing wrong with having a counselor or somebody to help, a life coach or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with that. We have to get over this stigma that we can do it all by ourselves, because we can't. We all need help. We all are imperfect, and we all struggle with something. So it's time that we start looking in the mirror and not only bettering ourselves, but let's start bettering those around us. If you're the smartest person in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you have the most money in the room, you're in the wrong room. If you have, the best whatever in a room, you're in the wrong room. Time to elevate. Because if you're at the top, what are you learning? And if you're not learning, you're not growing, that starts the process of dying. Don't want to do that. So, fellas, as we start going forward, summertime's coming up. And I know, brothers, I understand it's sundress season. I understand that. I know how the sundresses get us off. Fellas, look, don't stare. And if you approach that young lady, have more on your mind than just getting in between her legs. If you're not going to be with this woman and treat her properly, leave her alone. Move on. Keep it pushing. Because us as men, we have to understand and acknowledge the fact that we get away with a lot in the instance of not being in control of ourselves. All the pressure is always put on the women. Oh, you should dress a certain way. Oh, you shouldn't hang out here. Women are always told that. But fellas, if we're the aggressor, we should learn how to control that aggression. So you can be a brute, that's great. But if you can't control it, what good are you? You can have the best sex in the world. You can break women's backs out, blow their back out. But brothers, that don't make you a man. What you need to understand is blowing that one woman's back out on a regular basis, whoo, fella, that'll get you some shit you never thought you had. I'm just saying. It's time to elevate. Start looking at the world in a different manner. And when you go out here and you're talking and dating, whatever you're doing, just remember, at one point in time in your life, You may have a daughter, and karma's a bitch. All I'm saying, be the man that you would want your daughter to date. And this is coming from a place of love, fellas, because honestly, sometimes we need to hear it. Maybe you haven't heard it. Maybe you heard it. I don't know. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to let it go by and not say that I didn't at least try to help a couple of brothers elevate themselves. So if you know me off camera in my personal life, you know, hey, my brothers, I will help you out as much as possible. But you also need to put in the work. So before we get ready to go, I'm going to let you know about some upcoming events. So June 19th, the MTG crew will be at the Juneteenth Festival at the State Fair, Texas. So come on out and chill out with the MTG crew live. Now, also on June 25th, the MTG Season 4 season finale will be there. Yep, we're going there. So Q said the 25th, the show will be called the MTG Original because Arbor and Mo have Arbor and Shimmy have previous commitments. So they, thank you, Shimmy. They won't be in the building. Although I don't know if I like the title of the show, the MTG Originals. I don't know about that. But, you know, I don't think it's any disrespect, but we are the kind of the original. We've been here the longest, but whatever. I don't really like the name. But anyway, it'll be me, Mo, and Q on the show for the season finale. Like I said, Arbor and our girl Shimmy, they got previous engagement. But hey, that's what happens. When you're a comedian and it get hot, hey, you got to go get your money. Same thing that happened with the F-Bomb crew. They got to go get their money, and we ain't mad at you. So go ahead and do your thing. Just a reminder that you can follow us on all social media. You know, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Hey, we on there. Follow us. Make sure you look for the logo. Hey, Q, throw that logo up in the screen for me. Appreciate you, bro. So the people can see the logo. Throw that logo up there. There it is. So you see that logo right there for all the people that's watching us on video? Yeah, you find that logo on whatever social media platform that you want to follow us, and you got it. So also, just shout out to my boy Q behind the scenes. So he been doing his damn thing on this, you know, engineering behind the scenes. I will give him props on that. Oh, and tomorrow night, tune in for Stupid is Real with Q at 8-ish. Him and his times, 7:30-ish. Look, I'm gonna be honest, this your boy Hendrix. I'm gonna keep 100 with you. I tried to go live at 7:30 on the dot. I know y'all have lives. I have a busy life too. I have a schedule I have to keep. I don't like to be on CPT. I like to be on W. So that means if you're on time, you're late. If you're early, you're on time. And being late is unacceptable. And with that being said, y'all, I'm out. I wish you all the best and peace.
Thank you.